Hola, welcome one and all. Welcome to the show. Glad to see everybody here today. Hope everybody's doing well. I believe our friend Captain Xavier, who is here with us, is not feeling super great. Maybe the next one to be taken down by the flu. So, welcome, brother. I've been there, done that. Mr. Yogan is here. Hello. So you could be the next person to pass out sick on the show. It's not unusual.
I've passed out on this show before. It's not my
I know, but you weren't sick. Were you in a tent?
Having the best night's sleep I've had in 5 years is what I was having at the time.
You were somewhere in.
What?
Go ahead.
What was that?
Oh, I was just going to say the sound of our voices put you to sleep.
Yes.
The soothing sound.
You just put on a Jang video.
True. We had that discussion today on our text and everything because Mark had mentioned that Jang had reviewed the very controversial and, in his opinion, terrible smart brick sets, and I had watched it that morning too, and literally I nodded off at my desk at some point because I was super tired when I got to work, and I was doing something fairly boring. He was the music in the background as I was doing it. And I head desked and I looked up and I'm like, man, Jang will put you down, man. If you don't like anesthesia, he's got great videos, but just put him on and you're gone, man. So anyway. All right. Grumpy J is here. Hello. How is everybody this evening? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Surviving.
We're alive.
I built my first smart brick set yesterday.
Oh, you have a smart brick set?
I have the set. I don't have the brick.
Oh. Well,
the
in that
ATST
review,
and the speeder, which are designed to take smart bricks but don't come with one. I just wanted the ATST for the collection. I've got every other ATST they've ever made.
yeah, so that was interesting in his review. He's got the X-Wing and the thing, and there's things for the smart brick to do on each vehicle, but you can't do them at the same time. So it doesn't make sense to me. That in one build you need 3 smart bricks to play with it, but you get one. And
That's how they get you.
that's right. I don't get it at all. So I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about the smart brick issue here in just a minute. And now that you have a set without a smart brick in it, we can talk about it. A microwave mock. I don't know about the microwave mock. I'm interested. Hello, Grumpy J. Good to see you. So how many of you ordered? Let's just go ahead and put it out there. How many of you ordered something March 1? Did anybody order March 1 stuff? I did. I ordered March 1 stuff. Ordered it March 1 is pretty early and back ordered immediately. So Chris I'm not getting the blue Lego Spaceman for my birthday. I'm just going to say that right now because it ain't coming.
I was forbidden from buying anything on March 1st because I probably am getting the blue Spaceman for my birthday, but I was not allowed to buy it for myself.
Well, let's just say there may be parties in the house that has his own account who did buy himself some stuff that they may have snuck that in there, and he's been sending me like false information. However, if I do get one, and it's back ordered, I'll just cancel it. So that may be doing me a favor after all. Oh, and I am missing a bricks and pieces order with my teal and gold torsos, and I have tried to call and get a voice on Lego customer service and can't get one and that's odd. The chat doesn't work, so I did an email, which takes 5 to 10 business days for them to respond to it, and they basically said I think the teal torsos, everything else is in stock. The teal torsos are out of stock, and they offered me another part. And I'm like, Another part doesn't work. I might as well not get the half of this order. I typed that up in an email. I have now been waiting 5 to 10 business days for a reply. So,
The TL torsos came in stock yesterday for maybe an hour or two, and then went out again.
So that's the thing. I asked, are they going to come back? And I hadn't heard anything back from.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
went back out
I've
again.
actually got a day off tomorrow, so I may spend some time talking to them. So, am I echoing?
There is
Yeah.
some echoing.
All right. I'm trying a different microphone, so that may be the problem.
Actually, hold on. We adjust some stuff over here. I've got stuff piled right in front of my microphone. You might be getting echo off of that.
All right. Hope everybody's having a great day and everything. And I know that Dana, she may join us. He went and shopped on March 1st, and he got the blue astronaut at the store. So, all right. So, well, before he passes out, let's go to Captain Xavier.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm unwell, as has been mentioned. But have I been on this show since my trip to Phoenix?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I took a trip to Phoenix in January and hit all 3 Lego stores in the Phoenix area, hit 5 or 6 bricks and minifigs in the Phoenix area, hit Arizona Brick Co., which was cool. The best one was a place called Bricksperience, which was the coolest Lego shop I've ever been in. I'd go there just to hang out if I lived in Phoenix. They had claw machines that had Lego prizes. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got tipped off. The reason I was in Phoenix was to go to a Nerf event, and somebody told me that I should go to this video game store because for some reason they had Lego in bulk. That apparently, I assume somebody had traded their Lego collection for video game stuff. And they had a bulk brick that the AFOLs had not found yet.
Ooh.
Because
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
both of those and the green one from the multi-core magnetizer,
Oh, wow.
but it gets worse. I kid you not, in the bulk brick.
Oh,
Ooh.
Monorail in the bulk brick.
unbelievable.
Do you think this track could bend?
Not a lot of it, but any monorail and bulk brick is amazing. So that was fun. I also came home with like 150 minifigs from the various places. Most of them from that store. They were $2 a fig.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And there was a lot of them. Good ones. It was all vintage. There wasn't a brick in that bin older than the year 2000. It was amazing. And that's what I'm sorting through. I also got a lot of bulk brick off the various pads because they have different stuff in the pads in Phoenix than they do in Washington. So, yeah. For my birthday last weekend, or 2 weeks ago, I did a run in the Seattle area and came back with more figs for army building, including some bull knights, which are hard to find in Build-A-Figs these days, but I found 2. Some classic stuff. Good stuff. And I picked this setup somewhere. I missed it when it was a gift with purchase, but I managed to find it for a decent price. So that's cool, because I have both of those castles over here. And then since we were talking about smart bricks, this set arrived yesterday, and I built it. I just wanted the ATSD, because it's the only Star Wars vehicle that I obsessively collect. So I didn't have it. It's actually, the head design is fairly well done. They got better angles on it than most of the other ATSDs that they've ever done.
Cool.
So I was pleasantly surprised. The legs are a little and the whole smart brick mechanism is weird. But I've seen people doing some interesting experiments with it, so that's kind of cool. Interested to see what we're able to do with it in the future.
Do we think somebody's going to be able to break into it and, reprogram it?
I would hope so. I mean, I can't see why we wouldn't be able to. Depends on what code it's written in, really.
Yeah. And
Question, yeah, whether you'll be able to write to it at any point, because you could get it to do some really cool stuff. You know, it's got a color sensor on it that changes the LED.
right.
So it's got some logic. You could hypothetically do some neat stuff with that. If you could, you know, put in code where a certain color sequence does a certain thing, you could create all kinds of programmable stuff with it.
So what's interesting to me in the reviews that I've seen is that it does everything, but if you download the app, that your phone can control more of the brick. And I thought the point was that all the technology you need is in the brick. You don't need a phone, but to make the brick work well, you need a phone, and that's just dumb to me as well. So
I agree.
looks like Jeff's ordering pizza. So let's go to Matt. Matt, what's going on?
Hey, not in my car this week. I am trying to bring order to my Lego room. We had the Atlanta Brick Convention, and I hosted Skip, who's the VP of Gayfels, and so all the abandoned Lego projects that are in the guest bedroom had to come in here, and the stuff that got displayed had to come out of here. And this room has been in a disaster zone since the beginning of February. So trying to bring order to the chaos and get some rearranging. I'd really like to turn the room in my unfinished basement into an actual Lego space. I'm outgrowing the space, but it takes some money. It takes space and money. Exactly. Money. But since I haven't actually been on camera in my room since ABC, I've got a couple little things. So I did not get to go to the hockey night because I had my own league game that Friday night, but they gave out these Build a Pucks at the game, and 2 other people gave me theirs. So I got 2 brick built pucks. And then because on New Year's Day, Mr. Sandlin came over with some other folks. I invited some local people to come over and just build on New Year's Day since I wasn't going to watch any football. And he built this set, which I stole. No, this is my copy. Honestly, this wasn't really even on my radar, but he built it and it actually looked really fun. And I thought this would look good in a city layout. So I had about $60 in parts, and they had a GWP, the penguins, the romantic penguins or something. And so I threw this in the cart. So this was $20 set. And then when the penguin set arrived, I sold it on Bricklink for $15. So this is my $5 fry truck.
Nice.
$5, not bad. And at ABC, Dana showed this off last week, but I told him, I said, hey, they've got this, signage that you can put up on a billboard in your town layout or your space layout. So I grabbed one of these as well. Nice little print job. And at, the Chicago Brick Citizen, I got the object, which is fun.
That's cool.
Thomas likes sci-fi. Thomas likes horror, and I like sci-fi, so it's a movie we can both watch and enjoy. And then the mosaic that I didn't think I was bringing, but I ended up displaying, won a prize. So as was the case with Mr. Sandlin, I won a prize for an older build, or at least a couple years old build. So that was honestly, I did not expect that. So it was a nice little surprise. And the other thing that I built, what did I do with it? It's the Jeff Van Winden special. So I placed one order of parts, random, a mixture of space parts, but not all of them. And again, I had $60 order, and I got the fry truck. And then more of the Space People parts became available, so I needed to place an order like a whole 3 days later. And this time I needed to get to 80, so I bought the teal tractor, because everyone needs a teal tractor on their farm. And I flipped the GWP again for $15, so I got a $5 tracker. So that was pretty cool. This the other thing that showed up is I bought some of these pins a while back from a guy in the UK who did classic spaceman enamel pins.
Nice.
And he messaged me because I bought one of each color. He messaged me and he said, "Hey, would you like to buy a lot of them?" He's like, "I'm tired of shipping them out one at a time." And I said, "Well, I don't, he's like, "I have 400 of them. There's like 100 of each color or something like that." And I was like, "Well, I don't really need 400 pins. Well, I mean, I do own a lot of hats, but like, I'm not going to put a spaceman pin on every hat." But I said, I wouldn't mind getting some more of the classic blue spaceman. And he offered me 100, and I said, "Well, how about 50?" Because I'm. Go ahead.
I said, "Geez, that guy's got a lot of spacemen."
Yeah, and so I bought 50. They're £1 a piece, so it's about, I don't know, $1.30. And so I thought I'll give some of them out at shows. Leave them as tokens if I like something. Or, I could just get a jacket and cover it with blue spacemen or something. I don't know. Got 50. And so he messaged me after I ordered 50, and he's like, "Does anybody else want some?" And I put something in our text chat. Nobody seemed terribly interested. So I walked around and told several vendors that this guy in the UK was looking to just basically dump his inventory for cost. He was charging originally four British pounds per figure, and he was willing to dump it for £1 a piece. And Atlanta Brick Co. bought them out. They bought them all. So if you want a spaceman pin, reach out to Atlanta Brick Company because they have them all. And he shipped them, and I swear these things showed up at my house like 5 days later. So I don't know if he paid for like airmail express shipping. So I got my cut. The other thing that's cool, and this came these round corner curve pieces, which are super sweet looking. I'm going to figure out some way to use them on my expansion on my Jetsons layout. So right now they're just sitting here, and I bought 4x4. So I bought 16 of these corner round pieces with no pillar in them. So I'm going to think of something to do with these. But I need to get my workspace cleared off. At one point it was almost clear. And right now I can't even build anything. So I need to get the space. I need to get the build area cleared off so that I have room to put something big together. And I want to get out the Jetsons Tower and improve it and make a companion building. Maybe do some rock work behind it. Get some space miners set up like on the miners on the hills behind it. So that's what I'd like to do. But I got to tidy up first. So that's my story. I'm interested in Blue Spaceman, but I'm kind of waiting for a GWP that excites me because I assume that's going to be for sale for a year, so I don't have to have it immediately. Are there any? Jeff said there were some GWPs on the first, but I don't remember anything that particularly grabbed me. So. Oh, Jeff's calling Lego customer support right now. Look at him.
Oh, he hung up. He hung up on whoever he was talking to just so he could talk to us.
I did. Sorry, I heard Jeff did something from Matt, and I didn't catch any of that because my kid decided to call me, and he talked my ear off for 10 minutes and then said, "So what are you doing tonight, Dad?" And I'm like, "Oh, right now I'm on a chat." And he's like, "Oh, sorry." He's like, "I heard voices in the background, but I thought it was your dad, so I thought I was saving you." And I'm like, "Nope." He thought I was on another call. Anyway. So.
We were talking about GWPs, and you, Jeff, were saying on your show last night that you ordered some stuff on the first, and I was like, "Are there any GWPs worth?"
Did not order on the first.
Oh,
I ordered on the 27th, but it finally shipped on the 3rd.
Yeah.
which was kind of crazy. It'll be here tomorrow. I ordered a water tile for the. Well, I ordered like 999 water tile, which will maybe fill up half of this what I've got building here. So I've been working on. Hold on. Oh, just have to take this apart for a second. Here, I've been working on breaking things. I'm working on a little coastal wintry scene. Well, the snow is not here, but because it's in the other piece. But I was playing with 2 table heights because I like doing different table heights. So one table at this height, the other table's at this height. So I'm building up a cliff face for it, and I've got this ramp coming up that's on an angle. So I'm going to have the ramp basically come up along the edge of the table until I can get to the top. And comments that I had yesterday in my chat when I was showing this was, it's a winter scene and you're putting ramps everywhere. People are just going to be sliding up and down or sliding all the way down them. And I accept that fact. But I do have stairs off to the other side too. You can barely see the little gap in there. So
You need a ice guy with some salt and
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna I'm building it for these guys, the Arctic guys. So with their dogs and stuff, I figured, okay, well, if I build a ramp, then I can have like a dog sled coming down or whatever being loaded onto a boat, that type of thing.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm just working on that. This project's going to take a while because I'm trying not to spend my own money to buy parts like out of my pocket. I'm trying to use my Bricklink sales. So if I sell some stuff, then I can buy more parts. Just because I'm trying not to spend too much money on Lego these days. He says as he looks up at some of the sets he's bought recently.
Right.
And the fact that I just ordered parts yesterday, but I did order enough money to get the bigger gift of purchase. Like I ordered about $110 worth of parts, and then I got it. I've ordered $130 worth of those 1x2 tiles, and got a 10% discount. Instead of paying 13 cents, it was marked down to 12 cents, and it's 12 cents Canadian on this, or it's 13 cents Canadian on the site. So I don't know exactly what happened with that. But then I also ordered one of the Animal Crossing sets because they had some of those on sale, and I'm collecting the figures and selling the sets, or selling the rest of the parts. But I did build the little $12-ish electric car, which is kind of cute. And I also built the set that I bought for the windscreen a little while ago, the snow speeder on stickers, because I wanted to see this windscreen, and I have a feeling this windscreen won't be available on Shop at Home or for Bricks and Pieces.
So you don't think so?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be IP. But it does have obviously opens, and underneath the back seat there's a little speeder bike that pops off. That's like the gunner position. So it's a neat little set. I mean, I think recoloring this into like regular snow speeder colors would look pretty good, nice. Except for the canopy is not the right color. It needs to be more gray, I think. But yeah, other than that, lots of work going on, and just a little bit of builder's block, just because I don't know what to build. And I pulled out my transparent orange and my trans neon orange canopies yesterday, and I was like, okay, building something Ice Planet. Sat down, and within 10 minutes, I was looking at the canopies, and I'm like, I don't know what to build. I was like, oh, white wheels. Let's look for white wheels. And most of the white wheels are things I don't have, like other than the original Ice Planet wheels. Like a lot of the newer wheels, they're just in sets that I never bought.
Right.
So it's one of those, what you want to build versus what you can build.
Yeah, and it's amazing we have all the parts laying around, but I don't have that part,
Or I don't have it in that color, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So, but it's part of the challenge, I guess.
It is
trying not to spend money.
It's a good call. All right, let's check in with Mr. Sandlin. Hello, sir.
I was just throwing some spare parts together from my Mega Galactus that I built, so now I've got Mini Galactus.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
He didn't actually really. I didn't have enough parts to really make him any legs, so I just stuck some minifig legs on the bottom and gave him shoes. So there he is.
Love it.
Eat your world. Hi guys.
He takes on moons. He doesn't do worlds.
Or maybe just Florida.
Yes, please eat Florida.
Yeah,
So,
just time it right though, please.
I haven't done a whole lot this past week. I did forget to mention last week that I acquired the Art Factory.
Cool.
I bought this set because it has a bunch of art stuff in it, which is appealing to me. So the bottom floor is like a gallery. The second floor has a guy playing a piano and some ballet class. And then there's like a photography studio up here. And then this is people painting. And then there's like a little reception happening up here with a little guy with wine and some table kind of things. And there's an elevator.
And the minifigure or the space figure art there, I just noticed.
Yeah, got Space Dude art. It's a sticker, but it looks cool. It's like
Yeah.
a Warhol. So it can be displayed horizontally like this, or you can fold it in half and display it like a modular city block. And the set does have some really neat little ways to adapt it to that. It has a hallway all the way through, but when you fold it in half, there's a panel here on each side with art that's hinged that can fold to cover the gap that leaves. And then the two upper floors just have just like a black window that slides in a little track to cover the holes, so that when you close it up, it's got windows on the upper floors and just a blank spot, but at least closes the wall on the back side there. So I don't think there's any pictures on the box of it closed, but it's a pretty cool set. You know, the sort of architectural details and stuff on the outside look nice, and the windows on the upper floors are garage door pieces turned sideways and set into bricks, and that looks neat. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking set, and the whole art angle sort of drew me in because of being I have an art degree and went to college for art and all that sort of thing. So 5 semesters of art history that are doing me a ton of good now, let me tell you. So yay! That's about it for me. I haven't really like I said, I was forbidden from buying anything on March 1st because I'm probably Colleen told me that she said you don't buy anything on March 1st, so she's almost certainly giving me the blue Spaceman set. I don't know if that's going to be on my birthday or if she's just going to give it to me whenever it shows up.
Kind of nice.
Well, they call it a surprise.
So, well, it's not really a surprise because like months ago when it was announced, she said, I'm going to buy that for you so you don't buy it. So I'm like, okay.
She's really good at surprises, isn't she?
She does have some other stuff for my birthday that are surprises, but evidently she's spoken to Dana about some of that, whatever it may be. So
your blue Spaceman's going to come with red hands.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm being rused for my birthday or whatever. I would not put it past Jake. He likes to do that kind of stuff. But now he's got his own money. He's not spending my money. He's a little less generous. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, you can give him some money.
No, I've done that enough. It's fine.
But if it's coming back to you as a present, then you can
recycling.
Yeah. I mean, he's always giving me the dad cut. I always get all of his extra bricks, but you know,
I get those as the boyfriend cut. So I've got a Ziploc bag here of the last few things that.
Same here.
And I know they've gotten more efficient about not just dumping every bag with extra parts, but still, man, extra parts build up fast. And you don't want to sort them.
This is what Mark left me after New Year's. I got the box. Don't be jealous.
Hey, you enjoy that box.
I texted him like, "Did you want the box in the instructions?" He's like, "No." So, I get a free box, ladies and gentlemen. Free box.
Nice. Friends with benefits, right?
Right. With benefits like these, you get a lot of cardboard.
All right. So I guess we can talk about just a minute the smart brick issue. So people are getting the smart brick sets, and I think we mentioned on the show before, one of my favorite new things on the internet is actual Star Wars scenes, and the audio is replaced with the smart brick sounds, and it's absolutely hilarious. It kind of points out just how kind of terrible the audio is on this. Now, I haven't heard this live and in person, so I'm hearing it through the internet, but it does not sound good.
They just sound like Qbert.
Yes.
You know, just okay. Although the Yoda one's kind of funny, because that sounds kind of funny, and Chewie's kind of okay too. But I don't know, the voices don't bother me as much as the fact that the Star Wars sound effects are not there, like the laser sounds and the lightsaber sounds. The R2D2 beeps, like those things don't sound like Star Wars things, and that to me is a miss. I think that the voices could be forgiven if the other Star Wars sounds were there.
Yeah. Do you think that that the human sounds are just nonverbal garbage with a hint of the actor's kind of intonation, so they can sell them in other markets and not have to worry about language? Or
yeah, I mean, I could see the voices being a way to get around having to do translations and all that sort of thing, but there's no reason why the laser sounds couldn't have been there.
No, I agree. And if I'd have been a kid and that had come out in the whatever, I've been super ticked off about that. So
it strikes me as weird though too, because to me a MIDI, like putting a MIDI chip into a brick, might be more expensive than actually using something that's already there. Like there must be like something that can play a soundbite type thing over a speaker. Like I don't know. To me, it seems like they probably took a more expensive way of going with like a MIDI synthesizer. I
Yeah,
don't know,
cheaper.
but
It's probably a much smaller audio file.
well,
to
yeah,
play
there's
those
that.
simple MIDI files than an actual like MP4 or whatever.
I thought it was
It's also entirely possible that the sound IP is a different IP from the physical IP. And
that's
they
what I
want to pay
heard.
for the official sounds from
Yeah.
Industrial Light and Magic.
I thought I read somewhere that like Bert, the guy who did the sound, owns the audio files and not Lucasfilm, and that's why they couldn't use them.
I doubt that Ben Burt owns the sounds, but it may be that the sounds are property of Skywalker Sound
Yeah.
as the company and not Lucasfilm, and maybe there's where the technicality lies or whatever.
One day I'm going to be rich enough to own a company and have to pay myself to use my own stuff. That's a goal, right?
That is the American dream, as I understand it.
Now, I will say on the flip side of that, with it not being Star Wars sound, I saw a guy take the brick, put it on a classic space, the one-man classic spaceship, the 918 or whatever, and kind of whoosh it around and make pew pew sounds with it. And I was like, that's somehow a lot better, because I'm not expecting the sound of an X-wing and the real laser sounds, because I know what those sound like. But in a classic space situation, those are the noises I would have made in my head or out loud with the sound, because you always had to have your own soundtrack as you played, right? But it made more sense with the classic space set. So he was making the smart brick work with that, and that's better. And I know the smart brick's coming out in town and city and stuff like that, so maybe in a way it'll be better, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it still sucks.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see a hack where Chris Giddens inputs his own pew pew sounds that he would have made.
Yes, I can
Disney actually owns Skywalker Sound, which I expected it was the other way, that Lucas still owned it. But so to me, I mean, it is possible that they didn't want to pay extra licensing, but if Disney owns it and they own Star Wars, you figured they would want the sounds to be in the brick versus, I'm assuming there's other Star Wars toys out there that have actual sounds in them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's the fact that you can take the brick out and put it into something else, like you can build something else, and they don't want a Starfleet Enterprise or like a Star Trek Enterprise type ship making TIE fighter noises or something. I don't know.
It might have been that they were gonna pay for the sounds, but there were gonna be ads in them, and they had to pay more to get them without ads.
Oh, that could be it. Yes.
Yeah.
But even like the music, like you figure with a MIDI synthesizer, you figure you could do the Cantina music. And I saw when they first were showing the Cantina music playing out of the brick, it was nothing like it. Right? I would assume you should be able to at least emulate it partially, like the beat or the.
Yeah, because they play a little piece of the Force theme when you put Luke with the brick, so it's like, well,
okay, yeah,
they could have done a little piece of the Cantina theme, maybe. I don't know.
Saw somebody who managed to do it, but they did it by toggling the brick at the right frequency so that it actually got the beat right, as opposed to what it normally sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and as I mentioned before, there's apparently a expanded version of it where you can. That's a good point. That it's abstract. I get that. But the fact that if you get the app and that you use a phone, you expand you can turn the thing down. Now, there's the motivation for the parents is that there's going to come a thing where if the parents get the app, they can turn the volume down in the brick. And so all the parents are going to rush to get the app to turn that crap down because it's got rechargeable batteries. You can't claim to the kid, oh, the batteries are dead like our parents used to or whatever. They can turn the thing down on a freaking phone and everything. But still, there's more play with the phone. And the point was, Lego was like, we want kids off their phones, kind of. And this new brick is smart enough so they can play. And, oh, by the way, get the phone out. There's more stuff on the phone. So I don't know. That aggravates me.
It'd be like every electronic toy that Paul used to get. I would put a piece of packing tape over the speaker.
No, son, that's a sticker that needs to stay there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it expands. It's going to expand into all the other. I wonder if the sounds are the same when you expand it to city and all that kind of stuff. If the generic whooshing sounds or whatever. The other thing that Jang pointed out, the cool feature that I thought was going to be cool is that you could play, like laser tag with the two bricks, right? Yeah. Like I would chase you around and zap you, and if I hit the brick, then I got a point. But he pointed out there's a 14-foot range, and it's a 3-dimensional range, right? So you could be over in another room 14 feet away, and I could point the thing this way, and I could zap you with it. So that functionality actually doesn't function the way that we would want it to, right? All that's going to do is leave the kids, I got you, no you didn't, you were, all that kind of stuff like we used to as kids. So the laser tag aspect, which was supposed to be cool, is just who hits the button quicker, and that's not fun. I think that's definitely a limitation too. So I don't know. I'm not Lego. I don't make their products, obviously, but I think this is being more and more of a miss than I thought.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I still hope that they could expand the capability with other Bluetooth Lego items.
Yeah,
and eventually like control a motor or something like that if it gets close enough or something.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Is if you could reprogram it, there's a lot of cool things you could do with something that's got multi-colored sensor built into it.
Yeah.
Especially if you could somehow link it to activate a motor using a light sensor.
Yeah, totally agree.
But that's only going to work if we can crack the code, or if they just make it open source. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they did that for Mindstorms back in the day, and they were like, "Oops, y'all can go ahead, it's fine," and that's the last time. So,
I mean, Mindstorms lasted a lot longer because of that, though.
oh no, it
Yeah.
did.
Right? So I mean, it probably kept the product running a lot longer than they would have if it was totally a closed source piece of code.
The other
Agreed.
Mindstorm was just C, wasn't it?
It depends. You could download many different operating systems. Like not quite. NQC was what the base of it was. At least the fan community created a C-based software called NQC, which was not quite C. That you could code in, and there was a Java implementation of it as well, and like a few others over the years. So, did you guys see the IndyCar helmet line that was announced today?
Oh yeah, I did. What's the deal with that?
They announced IndyCar helmets, with the only good part being maybe the visor of the actual helmets.
Visor, right? So
We're
I didn't get a
gonna
good look
buy
at
every single one of those.
The Indy helmets.
Yeah, Indy racing is his thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't. Crap, I didn't do that right. I don't particularly see the F1 stuff here where I live, and you could argue it's NASCAR country, but NASCAR is kind of dead. I don't really see the F1 stuff flying off the shelf here. The new cars and stuff like that are hanging out at my Walmart pretty heavily, but that may just be here. It's different other places.
I mean, they're discounted around here a lot too. So
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if those helmets. Maybe they're going to be collectible, but I'm not thinking. I don't. My kids at church are not talking about Indy or NASCAR or even NASCAR.
yeah,
They're just talking about Minecraft. Anyway,
I'm sure
live
Center.
golf, right? Because South Carolina is known for its golf courses.
actually, yeah, there's a golf course like right over there. I live near one, not on one, but it's near.
I didn't get the spicy pillows comment.
Spicy pillows is a term for when your phone battery starts to inflate and can explode on you.
Okay. I have
Right.
never heard that term. So
there's the helmets.
oh, sorry.
I'd love to see what that visor looks like as just the piece itself.
Yeah, well, yeah. They don't have very many pictures right now. It's just the couple of the helmets. But the trans red visor, I mean, think of the Space Police stuff we could build with that. The large Space Police cruiser or something. Although I'm pretty sure this is printed on it, so it would have to need some Brasso or pencil erasers.
Honestly, it looks like a very flimsy piece of plastic. I bet.
Yeah, true. It could be because it's printed. Wouldn't it have to be solid?
Like the sail barge material.
Yeah.
Would it not have to be pretty hard though if they're printing on it? Because if it flexed at all, it would crack the print.
Unless it's a sticker.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that'd be a big sticker. I'd prefer it to be a sticker.
Stickers are the worst.
Yeah, but then you don't have to put it on. Like if these were sold as an unprinted visor or something, I don't know.
What if it's the material like they make like capes and stuff for like Monkey Kid or whatever? Hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's some Technic connectivity in here.
Yeah.
Or something. Like it looks like there is some kind of plastic connector in there. It's not like there's a plate here holding it on, right? It's just printed like the Allen key. And also, this might be a new piece, or it could be a windscreen, but that means that there's more coming out of the back of it 'Cause I know there's some car windscreens that have a longer window on the side, but I don't see that visibly in here. So
Interesting.
yeah.
It's like almost we get a new curved piece every
Oh
week.
yeah. And I mean, I don't know if a 4-wide curve exists in either of these two, but I like those to me are new pieces too, because they wouldn't put stickers across brick, right?
Right. That's right. Well, that
Mhm.
panel behind it too.
Yeah, even this part here.
Yeah.
So there's definitely possibly something like that could be an arch now that I'm looking at it, but I don't know. There's definitely some interesting possibilities.
Well, these will probably go on clearance quick, so you know, I mean, try them out. With it.
True enough.
Well, you have to choose between this and the smart brick sets. So,
And I like this all looks printed as well. I think.
That visor looks thick from this angle.
Yeah.
your mom's visor looks like.
Has anybody
You have
heard
no
how
idea,
well
man. You have
any
no
of the
idea.
F1 stuff is selling, like in the US versus Europe? Because I know it's much more popular in Europe. So
Yeah. Good
I'm just
point.
curious if anybody has heard like anything about sales or anything. Because I don't know.
Like I said, my friend's probably propping up the.
You think
the
they
whole market
overproduced
in
it?
the US.
I mean, I think they overproduced it. I think one of the biggest things was the fact that they released like 10 Indy cars in the same year, right? Like
Right.
that's all they put out. I think if they had
released
spread it over.
every team's car, and my friend bought 2 of each because each team has 2 cars.
Okay. So yeah, the Indy fans obviously will be buying them in bulk, but at the same time, I mean, you get the people that like Speed Champions but don't need every single Indy car, because I couldn't care less about them. I bought one because I was looking at the parts, right? But I don't know.
Well, that's one of the things is like if you bought one of those, you're not a big fan. You bought one of those, and basically you look at the other ones. And I'm like, I don't want to rebuild. It may be some variants, but
Yeah.
I don't want to rebuild the same car 10 times and get
Yeah.
the whole thing. So, no thanks.
Yeah, agreed.
But that's just me.
They
And I mean,
are
over
all
the-
slightly different.
Yeah. But I mean, also over the years, they've already released other IndyCar style vehicles, right? Like they've done pace cars with Indy cars. So, I mean, I've already got a few of them too. So, yeah, I don't know.
And then they
They
had a
don't
whole
appeal to me.
collectible minifig line of Indy cars, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't have real figures in them, and I think that's what hurt them.
No, but they had the helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
I-
it's live in the woods, man.
I had seen a picture of, I think Holly on Films was at Atlanta BrickCon, and she had those running down to her legs, like they were glued into her pants. I don't know if anybody saw that. Like the little indie collectible cars.
That's
She had
weird.
basically sewed them to her pants type thing all the way down.
That's strange.
It was interesting.
so you did not come to Atlanta BrickCon, but you looked at the ladies' pants.
I
of those who came here.
I follow people on Instagram, and I think Maticus showed it off.
Oh, you and
Um,
Maticus are looking at ladies' pants. Okay, that's great. All right,
Stuff
that's,
running down them. Ladies' pants with stuff running down them.
Ladies' pants with Lego on them. Wow. Okay.
I think we can reconstruct your search history from this.
For the record, Dana's not here, and yet Chris still went there.
yeah. Well, no, I was just trying to parse what was going on. That your pant looking. Oh, speaking of, let's talk about Dana while he's not here. Here's the deal. I know the algorithm also picks sometimes it will say, hey, your friend looked at this, so do you want to look at this? And every time I get some kind of screwball video or a picture on Instagram, and I'm like, well, I don't want that. Let me go. Guess who's liking it? It's Dana. Every time, right in the corner, I see his little with a heart shape and his little face on there, and I'm like, freaking Dana, freaking my algorithm, and kind of have to get rid of it. So, thank you, Dana. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Doing the Lord's work, that man.
Hey,
You'd be
Chris.
fired from the Lord's work, doesn't he?
Chris, I'm sharing an Instagram link. You open it first if you want to show it. You can, but it's basically the same idea. There is basically Holly's creation.
Because it's
Okay.
gonna be a lady's pants. That's what we're gonna be.
Oh,
saying.
we're
I see what
now
we're
you're bringing ladies' pants online right now.
doing. It'll be an
Excuse me,
R-rated show
French.
by the end of today.
And she's gluing the bricks with crazy glue. So
Have
Anyway.
you no shame?
Hang on.
Dana scrolls a lot while he's in meetings. Yeah, that's for sure.
There it is. A share screen.
I mean, at least it's something to do with those things.
Well, those are still sticking around my Walmarts around here, I can tell you, like crazy. And they're very fashionable.
Well, that's like someone else's. I guess she's using something she saw online.
Oh, I see.
I
I mean, that's the best use of those parts I've seen. Since
exactly. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny.
That is
I
funny.
dig it. Yeah, I dig it. little NASCAR piping.
Yeah. Or F1 in that case, but do you think? Well, no, Lego's already come out with NASCAR sets, right?
They came
They've
out
had
with one Technic one and one Speed Champions that was
Yeah.
not tied to any real team.
Okay.
So I'm sure it sold like a regular, sold like a regular Speed Champion. I never really saw it on clearance. So
Yeah.
I
wonder. I mean, NASCAR is pretty much North American, right?
Yeah.
I assume so. They probably wouldn't sell well in Europe anyhow. But
no, they would not.
no.
And NASCAR itself as a brand is kind of suffering right now. So,
Okay.
but like I used to watch it all the time with my family, and I don't anymore. So anyway, so that's cool. Any other ladies' pants you looked at Atlanta BrickCon that we can talk about? I mean, I'm just
Since I wasn't there, no.
well, I mean,
But-
you can be creepy on the internet. It's fine. So,
Apparently, I'm getting creepy on the internet because of this. So thanks.
oh man.
Although Brick Jedi 1865 does say Power Rangers, there was a whole Power Ranger thing going on at Atlanta BrickCon too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Some of the influencer friends dressed up as Power Rangers. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. So you guys were looking at Power Ranger people.
Yeah, okay.
That wasn't even Lego related for that record.
I didn't
Although
watch them make their clothes though.
They were standing next to the table that had Lego built Power Ranger weapons sitting on it.
okay. Was that
So
Bricker Builds?
It wasn't Bricker Builds, it was
Oh,
somebody
okay.
else that had built their own mocks of Power Ranger weapons out of Lego.
Did any of them ask you if your Voltron was a Power Ranger?
There were plenty of kids that walked by and said that, and the dads always said, no, that's Voltron. It came before Power Rangers, son.
A fresh kid out of Belgium. Oh, kids these days. So, all right. Any other news that we got to cover? I haven't even looked at the Brick Fan. Let's look real quick.
Am I wrong in thinking that Lego did announce something about doing something with Power Rangers?
They
They had one in one of the collectible minifigs, didn't they?
I don't know that it was officially a Power Ranger, but they had a character that looked like it. But I mean, I don't know if I'm looking at AI slop or just it's actual stuff. I know there's been a
Nobody
like.
know anymore.
Oh no, there was a Lego Ideas project, wasn't there?
there is a Power Ranger on the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, you get a new castle.
What?
Yes, that is cute. You have to go to the Legoland parks or hopefully find it on their online store to get it though.
Wretched.
And it comes with the horse knight shield.
I see another trip to Billund in your future.
No,
You
because I
know?
can go to Legoland New
Almost.
York if I want to cross the border.
Yeah, but you won't, so that's why you need to go to Europe. I mean,
Yeah, it's probably better to go to Europe. Good point.
Just have to flee the country. That's all.
Pokemon stuff came out. The Insiders sold out immediately. No big news there, and we all knew that was happening.
So
Star Wars Make It Take It on March the 8th, which is my birthday.
There you go. Now you can drive to the Lego store to get a little tiny brick-built lightsaber.
3 hours to get a no.
It's free though on your birthday.
So yeah, all the Pokemon stuff. I didn't get any of the Pokemon stuff. I saw this set. I didn't realize this was new. I saw it at Target. Our Targets here spread Lego all over the store. Like they have their Super Mario stuff over in electronics, and they have anyway. It's kind of crazy. But I did see that. I don't really have any desire to have it, but I guess it's cool. I didn't get Matt. I didn't get your input or your opinion of the Monet. What do you think of the?
I'm a fan. I mean, the only thing I have is I've already built the Great Wave painting, and I've built the Starry Night, and there's a Lumi Brick set coming out that I'm probably going to buy. That's a painting that looks really good. I don't know how many more Lego paintings I have room for in my house, but I like the look of it. It's a great parts pack if you want lightsaber blades and a bunch of colors.
That's cool.
And I think I have the Van Gogh sitting in a box waiting to be built. So. But this is a maybe for me. A strong maybe.
So this is interesting that it's tied to the Met though, as a promotion, I guess. That's weird.
The Met probably owns the image or something.
Maybe so. Anyway, all right. That's all the news I know of. They're all about these. Anyway, is anybody actually buying that you know of the Pokemon sets? Because they're massively expensive.
Yeah, I have a story. About that.
Oh, go ahead.
So the guy that one of my good friends in the hat community, he was our guest on our Monday Hat Show, and then he's like, "Hey, I got a Lego question for you when the show ends." I'm like, "Okay." He bought the $800 Pokemon set. It's in Canada, so $800 in Canadian bucks, and he didn't understand that you had to pre-order it in a certain window to get the GWP, and that's what he really wanted that. So he was pretty upset that he didn't get it. And I said, he's relatively new, like his friends' kids are into Lego, so he's starting to build a bit, and he's a big Pokemon fan. So I said, call customer service. I was like, I'm not going to promise you they're going to make solve your problem, but they might. They're kind of known for going the extra mile. And he was like, okay, it's not happy. And then he messaged me yesterday, and he goes, yeah, I called him and told him I was kind of a Lego newbie, and I didn't understand that you had to order. And he's like, they're shipping me the GWP. So he was impressed.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. They can send me my 12 teal torsos, and that would be great too. But
why 12 teal torsos?
Well, all the teal is sold out, so I got an order for. I put it. Actually, it's the first order. The second order shipped. I ordered 2 orders back to back because I was like, nah, I need some more. So one I got, and one I did not. And anyway, so who knows the jerks. All right. Well, anyway, we are right at the top of the hour, and we will land the plane. Captain Xavier, I hope you feel better, sir.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I hope it's not the flu, but in there, done that. By the way, Jeff, is it still cold in Canada? Or are you warming up like we are in the South, or is it?
I'm heading north this weekend to bring some stuff with my trailer to my niece's house. So yesterday I was outside pushing the 1.5 feet of snow off my trailer in my t-shirt. It was just above freezing, but it was warm enough to be in a t-shirt for us. So we're into
yes or no. I'm confused.
It's above freezing during the day. We're having spring weather this weekend, so.
Yeah.
Well, it hit 80 something here today, like low 80s, and all of the plants with pollen went, let's go. And so we're about to be pollinated here. So yay, in South Carolina. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Be awesome and build awesome. Love your neighbor and treat others the way you want to be treated. Good night, everybody. Prepare for loud noises. Goodbye.